Hi everyone, I hope y'all are having a great day so far. Today's video is going to be a reading vlog / wrap up of my Kindle Clear Out Readathon. So I had decided to do this last minute and I decided to do it yesterday, which was the 28th of September, and this is going to go out on Sunday, most likely maybe Monday. I have a lot of books on my Kindle, and I mean a lot, and some of them I haven't even read. So that's the whole point of this readathon, is to clear out books that you haven't read and to, get your Kindle down, because I know I download a lot of books that I don't end up finishing. So there is a little, what is it called? Bingo board of things. It's definitely going to be a fun week for me and I'm excited to get started. Also, yesterday I did not vlog because first I decided to do this at like 2 o'clock. Decided to do this. Second, I looked like a trash man. Like, what is that from Always Sunny in Philadelphia? And I'll be a trash man. I throw trash. And that's exactly what I looked like yesterday. I just looked like the worst of the worst. So I figured today I'd just give you my little thoughts on what I read yesterday. I had read Royal Bully by Rachel Van Dyken. So it is the prequel to her Mafia Royals book series. Now she's already done a whole series on Eagle Elite. I've talked about that in one of my other videos. And this is going to be their kids. Now the premise of these books are that, at least the first one, the kids cannot be together or they'll be killed. It's kind of like, okay, that's a little dramatic, but whatever. The kids cannot be together because they're supposed to be raised as brothers and sister, basically. But, that's not always the case, right? The prequel is about Asher, who is Chase's child. And this is just basically how Asher meets his current girlfriend. It's only 90 pages, but that was part of my shortest book. So it's only 90 pages and I would say it was pretty good. Definitely gave me the taste. I like having a hard time with the storyline of they can't be together, they'll be killed. I'm having a really hard time with that. Like I can't lie to y'all, that's a struggle for me. I do want to start the series because I think it's going to be good. I think after the first one, it's going to be less annoying. They introduce all of the characters, let you know like everybody now, because there's so many children. Now, I never finished Eagle Elite, and that's something that's on my TBR. I've got to finish it. I've got way too many books on my TBR, and right now I'm behind on my book schedules. I'm uploading a video right now. I filmed a haul video, yes, and I'm so excited because I got crushing. I decided to do pre-order last minute, so it came out today, and I was surprised. I've never pre-ordered a physical copy of a book. I've only ever pre-ordered, on Kindle, like ebooks, and they just come, right to your Kindle. But this one, it was on my doorstep today, and I'm just so excited. I wish I could just turn into it right now, but unfortunately, I've got a lot of books that I gotta finish before I can get into that. I'm gonna try to make it work with next week's reading vlog. But yes, that's what I will bring y'all all along today while I read my second book, which y'all are gonna freaking laugh. I laugh thinking about it because it's like so ridiculous. It's a Nora Roberts book. That it's supposed to be my oldest book that I never read. So I read the first book the longest of times ago, forever ago. And I put this on my Kindle in 2012. That's when I first got my Kindle, one of my first books. And I never got around to the second book. I think I tried to get into it, but I never really finished it. Like, it wasn't for me. But I still remember it, and I still want to go back because I love that first book. So that's what I'm going to be reading today. So we're going to read an oldie but a goodie. It's 416 pages. That's going to be hard. If you'll see that right back there, this is like a jewel thing I've been trying to get done forever, and I just stopped. I need to finish it. It's like a Ravenclaw thing. I think it came out in 2002. It's so long ago. I'm gonna get started on that today. Hopefully I can get a good amount done. I am very excited because it's got a little like witchy element, and I don't read enough books about witches, even though I like TV shows about witches. I will bring it all along for the ride. My husband is gonna be off the next 2 weeks, so y'all are gonna see him in reading vlogs, and I'm ready to get started reading.
Whip. Can you knock it up? Whip. Ah. 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 Up. Up. Ah. Ah. Where do you go?
So first check-in, what the heck is this book even called? It's called Heaven and Earth. Y'all, I cannot for the life of me remember this book. My dog and my cat. Classic. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of this book. I think it's called Heaven and Earth. It's the Sister Island Trilogy by Nora Roberts is what I'm reading. So what is wrong with me? Like, why can I not remember? Whatever. So, shush, be quiet. Be quiet. Okay, the book is good so far. Just to kind of like say also, I read this, the first one, so long ago. I think it's called Dance in the Air. I don't even know. I'm sorry, y'all. I read this so long ago. So 2012, I downloaded the book and it was 3 parts. At that point, I would get like really bad book hangovers. So I was like really hungover from the first book. Okay, so basically what the series is it's off the coast of Maine. I think what it is, it's New England somewhere. There is an island called the Three Sisters. There's lore that there was 3 witches who were banished or something, and they took off part of the land and made it into an island, and that's how the Sister Island happened. The first one is about Nell, and she moves to the island because she's escaping a gay abusive relationship, and that's where they find out there's 3 women on the island, and they are the 3 sisters, the descendants or something about the 3 sisters. Like I said, it's been forever since I read this. So this is the second one. I love the witchy vibe of it. I do. It was written in 2002 or 2003, I think. It's not too like outdated, the language and stuff. There's some references that are kind of silly. Like I have a Bowflex at my house and health club, and there's nothing really else that's aging it. In my opinion, this is definitely more of a softer romance. Basically, the theme of this book, it focuses on another one of the witches, and she doesn't want to be a witch. She's not happy about it, and she is the deputy of the town. And this paranormal researcher comes in. He has like a degree in like paranormal research, so he's not just some like weirdo. The paranormal researcher comes in, and she's just so not for it because she doesn't really want to embrace the fact that she has this gift. So so far they've had like one interaction, and it's cute. Like it's not steamy, but it's not like super sweet. I like it. It's an enemies to lovers for sure. She wants nothing to do with the guy, but he's like geeky hot, which isn't normally the type of like male interest I'm into, geeky hot, but clearly because he's very smart, he has his PhD, but he's like got a hot body. It's good so far, 20% of the way through. I'm hoping to get like 50% of the way through tonight so I can start on my next book tomorrow, the next day, because I feel like I'm gonna get behind. I still have to read 2 more books. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it done. I'm so tired. This is mildly keeping my interest. Mildly. Okay, today's Wednesday, and I'm about to get started reading again. I really should have started reading earlier, but my husband took Jameson on a walk earlier, and I just wanted to sit in the quiet for a minute and watch TikTok, which I love TikTok for some reason. But tell me why. I'm like almost halfway through this book, and I just realized, so the main character is Ripley, and then I don't remember his full name, but they call him Mac. His last name is Book. Tell me why it took me halfway through this book to realize MacBook. MacBook. She had to have been doing that on purpose. MacBook. I mean, no? Yes? I don't know. My husband's been off this week, so this is my second pumpkin cream cold brew. So I'm about to get going on that. I really need to finish it today in order to keep up with my reading schedule for the Kindle Clearout Readathon. Enemies to lovers. Ripley's still kind of like giving it to him, but it's cute so far. I'm not hating it. Not hating it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hanging out? You like that wipe? So I didn't vlog at all yesterday. Today's Friday. I did not vlog at all yesterday because I was trying to focus on that book and I was so tired. So today I'm gonna vlog. I'm starting Pretty Reckless, which I had started before, but I never finished. I don't know why, but I didn't finish. I like LJ Shim, but I don't know. I just didn't finish. I think because if you read the beginning, he has a pretty good reason to dislike her. Like, a pretty decent reason. And I know, I'm sure there's more details to it, but it's not like, you know, unfounded information, baseless. It's like, ooh, yeah, I get it, for sure. I'm still gonna be vlogging, Kindle Clearout, Readathon. Heaven and Earth, I think that's what it's called. It was good. I don't know, I had a really hard time getting through it. Because not anything like the book was bad. Honestly, very descriptive. It's been a while since I've read a book that was so descriptive. And, it's been a while since I read a book that the scenery is just so clear. And, Nora Roberts, she did her stuff there. It was a well-written book. Another thing I liked about it is if you read romance now, regular romance, not anything overly sweet, not anything overly dark, you're going to get some pretty descriptive words about what's going on during the steamy scenes. And it's very clear what's going on. It's definitely vivid. But one thing I liked about this book was that during the steamy scenes, it didn't need all the language. And don't get me wrong, though, I love that. I'm not saying that's why I read romance novels, but that's a little teeny part. But it felt descriptive about what's going on, but not dirty. You know what I mean? And I don't have a problem with that, but not dirty. It's been a while since I've read a love scene like that. That was so it was beautiful. The way she wrote it, it was just so ooh, that's such a nice moment right there. Because it was descriptive enough. It wasn't like a fade to black scene, but it was also not overly. I don't know, y'all have to read. And I think that's just Nora Roberts. I don't know, I've never read another book by her except for the first one, the Sister Island trilogy. I really want to pick up the third, but I have so many books I've got to get read that I have, I'm really excited to read. Not that I have to, that's not what I mean, but there's books I'm just waiting to pick up. I'll have to read the guest list next week for sure because I have a book club with my friends. I've got to pick up my freaking From Blood and Ash. I'm so dying to read it, but I felt like I wanted to do this readathon and be fun. The hosts are all super nice, so I'll link their channels down below, all the hosts. I would give it a 4-star for sure because I liked it. Things that I didn't enjoy were, it's written in 2003. I feel like the things that date books a lot of times are the clothing they wear. Y'all tell me, is that a weird thing to say? A few of the women were wearing slacks, just around and about. And I don't think women just wear slacks. No, to work, professional events, things like that. And I'm not trying to judge you. If you wear slacks, wear your slacks. Do you, girl? I'm 30, which is the same age as the main character. And she wears slacks. I'm I don't know. And she's not an overly feminine character, so I get the casual dress. I'm not overly feminine. I wear casual clothes all the time. The slacks just got me. I don't think anything else really dated it. There's some weird things, get it, pal and bub, that stuff. For the most part, it stood the test of time, if that makes sense. For it being 17 years old. It gave me the Practical Magic vibes, which I'm loving. It's exactly like Practical Magic, sweet magic. I like the sisterhood. The main character was a little abrasive. She's not wanting to really be a witch. This one was enemies to lovers. The first one was a traditional kind of romance. The last one is second chance romance because they were together when they were in high school and then he left her and she's mad, she's scorned. But Mia is the most interesting because she's always embraced her witchy woo, The first one, she didn't know she was a witch. The second one knew she was a witch and did not want to deal with it anymore for her own reasons you find out in the book. Third one, she's always been. Yeah, 4 stars, really enjoyed it. If you're interested in something kind of Practical Magic, sweeter romance with some something going on, read this. It's a cute trilogy and I think it stood the test of time. Y'all, I'm so mad that during this whole entire clip, I realized while I was editing that the radio is playing. So I cannot use it. But I did want to go ahead and say, and just kind of so that it can make sense of the flow, that I did decide that I really did like Pretty Reckless. It's very good so far. I had this kind of thought about it that the main character, the female character, would be irredeemable based upon what she did in the very first part. And how could, the other guy end up falling in love with her if she had done this certain thing. But I did realize that, things can change, people change. But also I was talking about how I really wanted to bully romance where things were kind of put together and figured out pretty clearly in the beginning so that there wasn't this back and forth. And finally he decides he likes her and they love each other like 80% of the way through. It's like, what is the point of that? But basically I'm in the car. We're going to Target to get some gifts for a friend of mine. Okay, I'm about halfway through Pretty Reckless and it's good. I really do like it. My only thing that I'm kind of bothered by is that there's like, there's this one thing that's like a misunderstanding and he's not telling her something, but he's like intentionally, it's making me crazy. It's like literally just tell me what's going on. But it's definitely different. There's some things that are different than I expected it to be. Some sadness for sure, but it's pretty good. Pretty good book so far. Okay, I'm officially at a part in the book where I want to throw it across the room. Like, if you've read Pretty Reckless, then you know I'm like, I want to throw it across the room. So I thought I would document that and hopefully I can get through it tonight because if I don't, it's just going to gnaw at me. It's making me crazy. Okay, so I want to document that I'm literally gasping. Like, I'm literally like, cannot believe. Not like a twist, but just like shocked at the decision making and just shocked. Maybe I'm being dramatic. If you've read this book, tell me if I'm being dramatic. We are on our way to like a drive-up baby shower thing. So I thought I would give my little wrap-up what I thought about Pretty Reckless. Y'all, if you like a bully enemies to lover, read it. Okay, so it's a little bit like dark. I don't know, not really like dark, but it's something that's gritty and it's definitely a lot of angst. For sure, the angst is way real. And then you may or may not like the main like female character. I liked her. She tries so hard to be bad, but she's really not deep down. And so there's times you're like, oh my God, stop it. I literally was like, stop it in the book. But like at the end, her character arc was just so good. And the ending was like very realistic. In my opinion, it wasn't just like a super easy HEA, you know what I mean? So good, 5 stars. You know, I've said this before. The difference between a 4-star and a 5-star for me is if I can't put it down, if it's something I have to keep reading, you know what I mean? Like I have to know what goes on. Like that's a 5-star with me. 4 stars whenever I like it and it's good, but I could kind of put it down, you know what I mean? Started this yesterday, I finished it yesterday. I could not get enough of it. It's a page turner for sure. And one thing that is different, I think, is that, you know, I love romance suspense, like romantic suspense books because, you know, there's something going on. This one, it was a lot of angst, but it kept like pushing the plot forward in all different ways. Like it was pushing forward. That's the one thing I had a problem with was Heaven and Earth. The last book I read was at points it's like, what's pushing this plot forward? What's making this book continue to move? And I feel like with Pretty Reckless, there's a lot of things that kept this plot just like moving forward and kept the book like it was propelling it, you know? And I really want to read the next 2 because each book is about a different guy. And the one thing I liked is they set up the story for one of the guys at least. I've got this baby shower today and then we're going to go see Kyle's dad tomorrow. And then I'm going to be reading Black Rainbow. Okay, this is moving a lot and I'm squinting. So I'll see y'all later. I wanted to do another update. I tried to start Black Rainbow. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I am so book hungover from Pretty Reckless. And then also, I have so many books that I'm waiting to read that I'm dying to read. From Blood and Ash, Crush, the new book from the series with Crave. And then I need to read the guest list. As much as I want to get that book read, and I started it, and don't get me wrong, it's good. It's different because it does a flash forward, flashback. Basically, what it's about is this couple, they meet, at a club in Boston, and they have a week of steamy time. And then she finds out he's her professor. And I think I've said this before. I'm kind of over that sort of subgenre professor-student thing. That is what I'm doing. So I'm going to film the rest of this vlog, the outro of the vlog. When I get home, we're going to go see Kyle's dad. And then I'm going to start the rest of my books. And hopefully I can get this edited and out today. So, because today's Sunday. So, yeah, I'll see you soon. Hi everyone, I just want to do a quick wrap up of my vlog real quick because I pretty much went over everything, all my thoughts. Overall, I had a really good time doing this Kindle Clear Out Readathon. I could not finish the last book of my TBR just because I was kind of needing to move on from these books because I really have some other books that are on my TBR that I'm going to read this week that I was just super excited about. This last book, as much as I wanted to get into it, I couldn't. Overall, this this was a good experience for me because I really needed to get some things read. All of these I had been meaning to read. Royal Bully, the prequel to Ruthless Princess. I can't remember the rest of the series, but Ruthless Princess and another book that she just came out with by Rachel Van Dyken. Most romances, there's something like that's annoying that they have to overcome, right? I can deal with a lot of things that's overcome, but this one just ugh. It was good. I'm not gonna lie, I really did like it. I don't know if I'm gonna hop on that series just yet. I've got a few things I wanna read. Heaven and Earth, my second book. Oh, I gave that 4 stars. So Heaven and Earth, my second book, I'm gonna also give 4 stars. It was good, like Nora Roberts explaining things good. I talked about that in my clip. 4 star for sure. Will I continue on with the series if I have time? Yes, for sure I will. I said this in my clip, but the last book seems like the most interesting. That's the most interesting sister in my opinion. I may get to that. Hopefully it won't take me, you know, 7 years like the second one did. I had been meaning to read it for so long, but here we are. Third one, 5 star for sure. May not be for everybody. It's very angsty, but at the same time, I don't know, I don't want to give it away, but the arc of the characters were so good. I really enjoyed it. Of course there are parts like I was just like, ah, I want to freaking throw this across the room, put my book in the refrigerator, or in the freezer, but I didn't. And I finished it and I liked it, and I thought the ending was semi-believable if you think like it's normal to get into Ivy League colleges. I mean, they're in California. I don't know, I'm making all these assumptions. I know nothing about getting into Ivy League colleges or whatever. That's not the point, y'all. So that's a 5 star. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I'm gonna try to get it out today, Sunday. I'm gonna try to get it out today. That's it for me today. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.